Well, konnichiwa, and welcome to all the basketball fans worldwide. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you may be. We are currently at the Wing Arena here in the city of Kariya in the prefecture of Aichi, Japan, for tonight's B.LEAGUE fixture between the SEAHORSES MIKAWA and the champions of 2021, the CHIBA Jets. Well, the very best team in the B.LEAGUE, who have the very best record, are in town here tonight, led by John Patrick, and they're on a road of 8 victories in a row. And they're going to try and make it 9 here tonight in Kariya. Well, this arena currently holds about 3,000 seats. There you can see the standings, of course. The Kawasaki Brave Thunders currently top of the Central Division, while Hiroshima Dragonflies winning yesterday against Santa Neo Phoenix. They go joint record with wins now. But CHIBA Jets, top of the East, best team here in the B-League. Well, it's been a very rocky season so far for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They know that tonight they must come up with a big victory here. And with some of the personnel they have in their team, they've been led by Devontae Gardner, Anthony Lawrence, and not to mention Yudai Nishida, the national team player for Akatsuki's 5, heading into the 2023 FIBA World Cup. But it's been a rocky season so far. Well, back-to-back losses against the Akita Northern Happy Nets, in which Steve Zak, the former Israeli player for Hapoel Hulon, chipped in 10 points along with Takuya Nakayama, but it was too little too late for the Seahorses. Well, they know they got to come up big here tonight. They got to try and put a stop to the winning run here of the CHIBA Jets. It doesn't get any tougher than this when you got players like Yuki Togashi coming into the house, but Devontae Gardner, there you can see the top play here for the SEAHORSES MIKAWA. Well, here were their back-to-back games against the Akita Northern Happy Nets. They lost both games, 74-62, and then 79-71. Well, as we mentioned, of course, it was the primetime scoring 18 points coming from Takuya Nakayama, but also the likes of Steve Zak and Stanton Kidd as well, really just going to work. While for MIKAWA, they were led by Devontae Gardner, 18 points in Game 2, also by Anthony Lawrence. So you can see he had 25 points. The third top scorer after that with 10 points was Kosuke Hashimoto-san. So they know that it's going to be tough here. I mean, look, they've had a lot of losses. They are really struggling this season. And they've got to figure out a way to turn this around. It doesn't get any tougher than this. Well, the Seahorses currently standing at 10-16 so far here in the Central Division. They're in the same conference as the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Well, that is the home team. We're going to take a look at the visitors, CHIBA Jets. I mean, they're on fire right now. They're looking like the heavy favorites to go to the B-League final. And one of the key players you want to look out for, Yuki Togashi, Gavin Edwards, both national team players featuring for the Japanese national team at the 2021 Olympics in Tokyo. Well, also with the likes of Takuma Sato and Fumio Nishimura as well. There's some prime-time Japanese players in this team that really can't step in, but for the imports, you got the likes of John Mooney, Christopher Smith, and not to mention Victor Law. It's all down to the coaching, of course, being coached by John Patrick, a man who back in 2006 was with Tokyo Alvak before going to Germany. And again, emphatic victories. I mean, they were just very dominant. Well, there were the 2 wins against Santa Neo Phoenix. Just simply dominated from start to end. Christopher Smith there going straight to the bucket with no regard, no help side defense. And that was just too easy, of course. Look at the ball movement now in the lane. The two-handed rim rocker, John Mooney, with no regard. And there's Yuki Togashi coming out with a little bit of fashion there. But it was Togashi time. Three-pointer downtown. He led all the scorings in Game 2. Well, Togashi's the kind of player that when he gets things going, of course, he just becomes simply unstoppable. The perimeter shooting. You can see that as Muzukashi time. Arigato gozaimasu. Yuki Togashi in the house. Well, the key thing in this game is going to be tempo, of course. You know that the CHIBA Jets, they're high-flying at the moment, playing with a lot of confidence. But also, if you're watching live here on the YouTube stream, let us know where you're watching. At the moment, we can see that Matt R. Live, currently in the YouTube chat, is supporting the Chiba Jets. Let us know where you're watching, who you're supporting, but there you can see the statistics between these two teams. I mean, percentage-wise within the rainbow, not much to separate these two teams, but it's the amount of shots they take. You know, Chiba Jets, they play good defense. They're able to get out on the runs and get a lot of shots up. This is why they're such an effective team. And of course, having a player like Gavin Edwards on your squad, I mean, it really helps because he is just a prime-time player. Well, a moment of respect now here from the home crowd, as we're just under 5 minutes away from play here. This is B.LEAGUE Basketball. Chiba Jets, the best team in the league now, in town here against MIKAWA Seahorses. Well, there's your head-to-head there between Shutahara, another national team player, and Yudai Nishida. They'll be going back and forth. Their perimeter shooting is going to be key here tonight. Two primetime three-point shooters. They can see both 31.3%, both of them. 83 from Nishida and 112 from Shutahara. I mean, if you're watching the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, they are featuring regularly for Akatsuki's 5. These guys know how to light it up from downtown. They're just cash money. Shutahara, both left-handed players, along with Nishida. Of course, it's an exciting time here for Japanese basketball after hosting the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. But as we mentioned, they'll be joint hosts with Gilas Pilipinas and with the likes of Indonesia for the upcoming 2023 FIBA World Cup. There are 3 officials. There is Takaki Kato, of course, one of the best referees in Japanese basketball, one of the best in the business. Well, you know one thing with Gavin Edwards, of course, having him in the team, you can play him as a center in a small ball lineup, but also can play him as a power forward because the thing with Gavin is he's got the ability to really shoot the ball well from the perimeter. Well, there's your starting 5 for the Chiba Jets. You're going to have Yuki Togashi at the point guard role. He will be partnered alongside Victor Law. And that is a tough lineup as well. You got Gavin Edwards, John Mooney, Christopher Smith. That's a big team, of course. But one thing about this team, they know how to push the tempo. They know how to get things going in transition. Now we're going to get set here to look at the starting lineup for the MIKAWA Seahorses. Well, we'll be surprised to see Devontae Gardner along with Anthony Lawrence in the starting lineup, but Yudai Nishida as well. Well, Avi Schaffer, also a member of Akatsuki's 5, featured in the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. But the problem is going to be perimeter shooting for this team. They've got to make sure they play some primetime basketball. They've got to make sure they get the opportunities and get the high percentage looks from downtown. Well, there's their starting lineup. Satoshi Nagano is going to be in the backcourt. He will be partnered alongside Brandon Jawato, the Indonesian player. Avi Schaffer as well, number 32. He'll play power forward, but it's all going to be about Devontae Gardner, the big man. He's got to step up here. And Yudai Nishida, the sharpshooter from downtown. Well, MIKAWA Seahorses, they need a big game from Brandon Jawato. Well, shout out again to our fan, Cristel Lasiong, watching from Cavite, Pilipinas. Magandang araw, kaibigan. Hope you are well today. Another game here in the B-League. And there's our starting lineups. Yuki Togashi, along with Shuta Hara, 2 members of the Japanese national team. And, of course, Victor Law, Gavin Edwards, and John Mooney, all in the starting lineup. Shout out to Mr. Drift as well. Welcome back to the live chat. This is B-League Basketball. Well, this is good for Brandon Jawato, the Indonesian international. So we got a bit of a FIBA Asia Cup derby here. Jawato on one side, Akatsuki's 5 on the other. And Pro Kata says, let's go Chiba. Well, shout out to Pro Kata. Welcome to the chat. Business will start to pick up here. Well, Yuki Togashi, the first ever player to make $1 million in the B-League. Japanese player, that is. Well, we got a quick turnover now. The Seahorses can try to push this one. Well, Mr. Drift currently watching from Manila. That is basketball mecca of Asia. The Gillis fans, they're here in the chat party. There's the penetration down the middle, trying to find Devontae Gardner's got to go up with it off the backboard. And the Seahorses, they'll get the first 2 points. Well, they've got to try and isolate the big man down low. They got to get him a good look. Well, Edwards now looking to go pick and roll here. And there's the penetration, trying to force his way in. Doesn't get it. Togashi comes up with a rebound. 14 here on the clock now for the Jets. Togashi off the screen, takes it in and out, can't get it. Gardner with the rebounds. Well, the Seahorses, they've got to maintain this energy. They've got to use this emotional boost from the crowd. Reverse slam goes in beautifully. Kissed off the backboard. Well, Satoshi Nagano has come ready to play. Well, look at the time and space now. Edwards top of the key, looking to throw this down to Mooney. Mooney with the post-up turnaround. That is too easy by the big man. Well, John Mooney, of course, has been one of the primetime scorers here for the Jets this season. And he's got to keep trying to dominate the low block. Well, they almost turn it over, but they keep it alive. Coming off one screen now. Takes a 3. 3 is up. 3 is way off the mark. And that's not the kind of start the Seahorses need. Well, you know Yudai Nishida. You've seen him play for Akatsuki's 5. Now, he debuted at the FIBA World Cup qualifiers in the doubleheader against China last season. But he's got to make sure he gets better looks. He's got to make sure he knocks these shots down. Togashi now, pick and pop. There's the pump fake down the lane. The foul is going to be called on the ground against Devontae Gardner. Well, Matt on live, watching from Canada. Where in Canada are you watching? As my parents live in St. Catharines, Ontario, not too far from Tokyo, goes in the lane. Well, where was the help side defense? Nowhere to be seen as Shuta Hara just gets straight to the bucket. Well, that's going to be the defense from the Seahorses. MIKAWA. It's going to be a long night here for the home team. Well, Pro Kata watching from the United States of America. You got to love B-League basketball. Well, suffocating defense from the Jets. Gardner now's got to get something going. Step back, deep 3. It's up, way off the mark. Well, Seahorses now losing that identity. Unable to get good shots in. Choking. Backdoor play, beautiful. Oh, throws it down. The Togashi-Mooney connection. Well, Mooney went backdoor, but the dime coming from Togashi. Matt live, make sure you get some Tim Hortons. Double-double. Farmhouse wrapping some Timbits. Best in the business for breakfast. Devontae now, mid-range, takes it. Little floater, thinks he should have got an M1. But the official's not going to give anything on that one. MIKAWA trying to stay in this game now. Togashi heavily guarded. Comes off one screen now, looking for options. Shuta Hara has to give this one up. Gavin Edwards now looking for a pick and pop. Suffocated defense here from the Seahorses. Nishida not letting Togashi pump fake. Edwards, mid-range, takes it. Doesn't get it, but an offensive rebound. Battles his way, and that's just hunger, desire. And that's why the Chiba Jets are the best in the B-League. Well, strong play there by Victor Law. Stands at 6'7". It's just roughly over 200 centimeters. Deep 3. 3 is up. 3 is tucked away. Well, who said Avi Schaffer can't nail it from downtown? Well, the young man who grew up as a swimmer going to international schools. That's got to be a passing foul. No way they're going to give Yuki Togashi 3 free throws there. Well, it's a smart play by Togashi. He's up in the air, but he ends up passing the ball. So there's no way he should be getting free throws. That's right. So sideline ball here to the Jets. Well, the thing with Avi Schaffer is Togashi now looking to curl off on the pick and pop here with Gavin Edwards. Well, Edwards is not going to try and post up against Devontae Gardner. Shutahara now trying to put the moves on. Suffocated defense. But another foul. Well, that's silly by Yudai Nishida because he's now picked up back-to-back fouls here. Well, there's good defense by Nishida. Fighting around the screen, that's good. But why is he reaching there? Well, he's picked up his second foul, and that could be costly here for the Seahorses. Lord trying to post up against Brandon Jawato. Again, suffocated defense one more time. Togashi trying to go all the way. The fadeaway. Oh! Togashi time! Nanji desu ka? What time is it? You know what it is. As Yuki just going to work. Well, many times Yuki Togashi, if you watch the 2017 FIBA Asia Cup in Lebanon, he went for a 360 layup. Probably the one time you'll only see that in professional basketball. We call that Togashi Muzukashi, man. Well, Nishida trying to get open now. Trying to use a ball screen from Avi Schaffer. Going baseline now. Kick out goes up. Jawato can't keep it alive. That's going to be a turnover. Well, many of you may have seen Brandon Jawato play for the Indonesian national team at the FIBA Asia Cup this summer. They will not be playing at the FIBA World Cup as they weren't able to finish in the top 8 this summer. Well, losing out heavily to China in the round of 16. Again, it was very disappointing, but, you know, promising signs for Indonesian basketball. Togashi now, pick and pop, finds Edwards. Well, good defense by Jawato, putting the heavy pressure on Victor Law. Well, takes it with downtown, hits the front iron. Doesn't come up with the offensive rebound now. Nobody's running here with Yudai Nishida. Well, gives this one up now. Open three. Three is up. But again, nobody going in for an offensive rebound. As Satoshi Nagano is unable to knock down the open shot. Well, Edwards now looking to take this one on now. Has to give this out to Mooney. Chiba Jets trying to patiently build up the offense. Hara, he'll take it. Again, can't get, but what an offensive rebound, but no foul called. Well, I would say Gavin Edwards, very unlucky not to get the foul called. Tries to go in all the way, and again, he beautifully finishes with a fang roll. That's Satoshi Nagano. He now moves up to 6 points. Well, there's a deep three again. Chiba Jets, while giving up another offensive rebound, as Mooney will take it. Nothing but net. Well, miscommunication between... Well, that's between Avi Schaffer and Devontae Gardner, but they got to take care of the rebounds. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Both teams battling out. Chiba Jets trying to get things going for three-point land. Devontae Gardner will try it. He can't get it. Well, the problem now for the Seahorses, not many players going in for second chances. Togashi down the middle. Togashi gets rejected. But what was he thinking? Well, somebody tell me who's going to get the assist on that one. Throw down by Mooney. I think the pass is coming from Satoshi Nagano, but I don't think he's going to get the stat line. Well, Jawato coming off one screen. There's the kick out to Schaffer. Run to 10 on the shot clock now. Jawato kicking this out. Nishida tries a three. Three is up. Again, it's way off the mark, but Schaffer battling for an offensive rebound. Now we're near 3 minutes here. Nishida goes in, takes a tough one, bit of a block. And that's much better from Avi Schaffer because what Schaffer's doing, he's just going in for anything he can to grab there for a second chance. Well, the possession is going to go back to the Chiba Jets, and they're going to make another change. So coming in is Hikaru Futagami coming into the game. Well, if you're watching live here on YouTube, in the group chat, let us know where you're watching, who you're supporting. Matt R live in Ontario. Near Toronto's currently supporting the Chiba Jets. Let us know. MIKAWA Seahorses currently struggling this season here in the B-League. Well, another three-pointer. Still can't get it to knock down, but now trying to push this one here. Just under 2.5 to go in the game. And already Cedric Simmons coming into the game now for the Seahorses. I think we've got an offensive foul. So an offensive foul is going to be called against Cedric Simmons for a moving screen, I believe. Now watch Simmons here, number 22. Just trying to hold off Victor. That's clear as daylight there. No argument whatsoever. Well, Jets now pull for another three. Three is up. Three is beautifully. Nails it. Well, it just came off the screen and let it go. Fumio Nishimura coming off the bench. Another player we've seen for Katsuki's 5. Over the windows in the FIBA H Cup qualifiers. There's a penetration now. Gardner trying to post up. Jump hook. Can he get the drop? But Simmons goes in. Well, good morning to Travis Hing. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat, my friend. Coming off one screen now. The Jets trying to get some ball movement out. Down low, Mooney under the basket. Mismatch. Got to go up with it. Too easy. Well, where was the help side defense? Well, John Mooney under the basket against Yudai Nishida. That's only going to be one outcome. Seahorses trailing by 6 points. Biggest lead of the game so far here in the first quarter. Just over a minute to go. And MIKAWA need this victory more so. They're trying to bum now. Cedric Simmons kicking out Devontae Gardner for the shot clock. Got to get something going. Takes a deep Hail Mary three. It's up. And again, it's good. Well, right at the end of the shot clock, Satoshi Nagano says, "Arigato gozaimasu." Well, shout out to Jerry Frost, watching all the way from Chicago, and again, easily gets straight to the bucket. Christopher Smith. Well, that's just too easy, as we mentioned. And that kind of defense kind of sets it all over. Well, another deep three. Another three is up by Jowato. He can't get it. Well, Travis watching in the gym, of course. 10 p.m. over there in the United States. Well, 6:30 a.m. here in Great Britain. Well, 5 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock here for the Chiba Jets. Smith now is going to run a pick and roll with Mooney. Smith now crosses over, steps back three. Doesn't get it. Well, again, comes up with it, and the same things happen again. Well, we got a few seconds now. Forced up a three-pointer. Almost got it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the best team in the B-League, Chiba Jets, trying to lead this one by 7 points. Well, Travis Hang is at the gym in Oregon. Jerry is watching in Chicago. Matt are live in Ontario. And Mr. Drift in Manila, ang Pilipinas. Let us know where you're watching and who you are supporting. Well, Yuwanda, obviously a fan of Jowato. So am I, for that matter. One of the best players from Indonesia. Well, so far it's been the defense here from the Seahorses that's caused them all sorts of problems, but also allowing Chiba Jets to go in for the second chances. You kind of get the feeling if the Seahorses can keep the Chiba Jets off so many offensive rebounds, they can give themselves a chance to win this game. But you got to remember, Chiba Jets, best team in the B-League, 22 victories, 4 losses, coached by John Patrick. Well, Zao An to our friend Wodapengyo, Sean Lin. How are you doing? Ni hao ma. And Tim Felix watching from Stockton, California. Welcome, Tim. Welcome, Sean. Well, here's been the perimeter shooting so far. And Romd R3 Paperless Pro 11 watching from Davao City in the Philippines. Magandang araw, kaibigan. Well, Raptors losing today Interesting. So, Matt on live, interesting for you. My father's a former professional coach here in Great Britain. He used to coach against Nick Nurse here in the British Basketball League. And Dr. Manhattan watching from God. Interesting. Well, Jerry Foss now needs the Seahorses win, but we'll find out now. Starting the second quarter, they got to get something going now. Under 10 of the shot clock. Penetration, circus shot, doesn't get it. Nobody going in for an offensive rebound. Yuiki watching from Thailand, Sawadee Kap. Welcome, of course. Takes it, doesn't get it. Big rebound. And now they got to try and push this Ryogo Sumino into the game now for the Seahorses. 7-point lead to the visitors. Well, Simmons coming up to set that ball screen. Seahorses need a little bit more movement off the ball. As the penetration goes in, tries to go off the backboard. Smooth move going straight to the bucket. That's Masashi Hosoya. Just coming into the game. Brigitte Natasha watching from Indonesia. Well, if Jawato scores a three-pointer, I'm going to say Terima Kasih. Tries to pick and pop now. Jets trying to get back in this one. Penetration takes the mid-range. Up and away. Another offensive rebound under the basket. Too big, too strong. And Gavin Edwards is simply just too good. Well, Gavin Edwards featured for the Japanese national team at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. Ruskas watching from Azerbaijan. Welcome, my friend. Takes it in the lane now. Simmons wants the M1. Well, now Dr. Manhattan's watching from Phuket City, so interesting. Well, the Seahorses trying to stay at bay now. Jets trying to push away with Victor Law here on the ball. Well, Victor Law, but a foul is going to be called against the Seahorses on Anthony Lawrence. Well, Guy Kitts, welcome, watching from Australia. Five-point lead here to the Jets. Seahorses make another change. They're coming in as Taichi Nakamura coming into the backcourt just to give him a little bit of a few options. Togashi now tries to go to Victor Law. Well, Seahorses just trying to be a little bit stubborn now. Well, Chili69 checking in from Chicago. Welcome as well. And Darlene McFall-Smith watching from Sacramento, California. Big Chris Smith fan, of course. Welcome, Darlene. Simmons now trying to give this one up, trying to find some options. Taichi Nakamura coming off a few screens. Well, they get an open look now. Three is up. Three is beautifully knocked down. Ryogo Sumino hitting the big-time shot. Well, Gary York from Detroit, Michigan, welcome. We're going to have to call you the bad boy from the Pistons. 2-point ball game now. Chiba Jets still leading. Victor Law now dribbling into trouble. Good help side defense. Togashi now pick and pop, finds Law. Throws it down. And Victor just lays down the Law with a one-handed jam. Well, Rushdie Rack is watching from Barangay, Davao City. As well as Daniel Castillo from Pilipinas. Magandang araw, kaibigan. Chiba Jets now going for the mid-range. Can't get it. Well, fighting for the offensive rebounds. Tries a 15-foot open shot. And again, if you leave him wide open, Anthony Lawrence, he will punish you. Seahorses trying to stay in this one now. Trying to remain relevant. Well, I want to go back to the replay of the bounce pass. Coming from Togashi. Finding Victor, who went for the one-handed jam. Just laying down the Law. And that's what you get with Victor Law. You got a very versatile player who can play on the perimeter, but can also post up. As now John Mooney comes back into the game here. Well, we have 134 people currently watching live here on the YouTube stream. Let us know where in the world you are watching. We've got fans in the Philippines, Canada, the United States, Taiwan. Pick and pop now. Edwards, three. Doesn't get it. Simmons now. Good chance here for the Seahorses. Shout out to Daniel Castillo. Magandang araw, kaibigan. Well, they can tie the game up with a two. They can take the lead with a three-pointer. Well, Cedric Simmons trying to set the ball screen. There's another kick out. Tough play. Well, that's going to be a double dribble. What was he thinking? Well, when he fumbled the basket, we put it on the floor, but he's got to shoot that one. Ryogo Sumino already made one three-pointer, but he's got to do better than that. 6:21 to go in the second quarter. Jets still leading by 2 points. Yuki Togashi, the leading orchestrator, the best point guard from Japan. You're definitely going to see him this summer at the 2023 FIBA World Cup. Togashi in the lane. Togashi goes in with a floater, doesn't get it. Edwards almost gets it. Well, gets the offensive rebound. Victor downtown. Well, way off the mark. And that goes out of bounds, and that will be Seahorses ball. Salamat, Daniel Castillo, Naglalaro, Tagalog. Two-point ball game now. Again, the Seahorses, a chance to tie the game up. Maybe even take the lead. Well, they took the lead in the early stages. There's a deep three. Three is up. Got it! Gives Mikawa a 1-point lead. Taichi Nakamura-san. Well, welcome again to Pop Song MST from Hong Kong. Leho. Find the big man under the basket. Moody can't get it. Cedric Simmons with the rebounds. And now the Seahorses growing in confidence. Another turnover now. Victor Law looking to push this one. Law, a bit of contact, goes up. And again, easily lays that one off the backboard, giving Chiba Jets a 1-point lead. Well, now over 5 minutes to go here. Second quarter. Seahorses battling back, of course, not allowing Chiba Jets. Remember, Chiba Jets have won 8 games in a row. As the penetration tries to go the way. And again, beautifully, too strong. Bit of contact, but it's no problem for Anthony Lawrence as he just takes John Mooney back to school. Oh, we got a timeout now. Chiba Jets, they want to talk this one over. What's the chance if during the timeout, maybe for some shout-outs? We got Daniel Castillo watching from the Philippines. Pop Song MST from Hong Kong. As well the likes Darlene McFull-Smith. She's a big fan of Christopher Smith, excuse me. It's very early. I haven't had a lot of coffee yet. Watching from Sacramento. No doubt a Kings fan, obviously. Well, we got Guy Kitts as well from Melbourne in Australia. Russ Gus from Azerbaijan. Welcome, everybody. And Brigitte Natasha from Indonesia. As well as Yuki from Thailand. Sawadika. And Chili69 from Chicago. No doubt a Bulls fan. Tim Felix watching again from Stockton, California. Well, that could be a problem there if you see the injury, potential injury to the Chiba Jets as we're about to return back to play now. 4:53 to go in the second quarter. Well, Nicholas Wong, Pop Song MST, a few comments above you, is from Hong Kong. Leho. Well, my Cantonese is not too strong. I did study a little bit of Mandarin in university. Well, we're under 5 minutes to go now. Seahorses leading by 1 point. Jets, best team in the B-League. 22 victories, 4 losses. Togashi coming off the ball screen. Finding Victor Law down the middle. Bounce past Moody. Beautiful basketball by the Jets, but the tip in by Moody. Off the Gavin Edwards miss. Well, hello to Nicholas Wong. Welcome to the YouTube chat. Nicholas Wong, which team are you supporting? Tries to go down the middle. Trying to find Cedric Simmons on the basket. Simmons, he gets fouled. And he will go to the free throw line for the 2 shots. What's much better from the Seahorses? They get into penetrations. They're breaking the defense. Look, there you can see Shoot the Hada, along with Gavin Edwards. They've got to come over and help, which is how they're able to get the ball to Cedric Simmons. So he will go to the free throw line for the 2 shots. Well, free throws are just so important. You don't... Well, Garrett York, I am not Mike Breen, so you won't be hearing bang from me. That is a trademark play, or trademark call from one of the greatest commentators in the history of pro basketball. Well, Nicholas Wong is supporting the Chiba Jets. Togashi now. Good ball, finds Edwards under the basket. Edwards, too easy. Well, the dump down coming from Nate Moody, but again, starts with the penetration of Yuki Tagashi. Anytime he makes a penetration to defense, they just end up collapsing. And that becomes a problem here. Well, finds a gap. There's a kick out. Wide open look. The three is up. The three is no good. Well, again, Victor Lauren transition. A bit of beautiful showtime. Chiba Jets basketball. And all of a sudden, Mikawa's got to call timeout. It's 3:36. They go back down by 5 points. Well, Nicholas Wong, number 2, if it's for Chiba Jets you're talking about, Yuki Togashi. Played high school basketball in the United States of America, returned back to Japan. He's originally from the city of Niigata. Now, he is the first ever $1 million player in Japan. Also plays for the Akatsuki's 5, the Japanese national team. Yuki Togashi is possibly one of the quickest guards in Asia, and is just a prime-time professional basketball player. Well, Daniel Castillo, he loves the Jets. Who remembers the Chiba Jets in 2021 when they had Seba Saiz and they defeated Utsunomiya Brex in the final? Now, last season in the B.LEAGUE playoffs, they were defeated by the Brex in, I believe it was the semifinals, where the Jets looked very mortal, of course, but I think fatigue definitely settled in. Well, also, you should know, Nicholas Wong, that number 2, your favorite player, Yuki Togashi, also played at the 2021 Tokyo Olympics alongside Rui Hachimura, and Yuki Togashi. Well, halftime, I will be getting a cup of coffee, that's for sure. Well, Taichi Nakamura now. Trying to use a ball screen from Cedric Simmons. They throw this one to Anthony Lawrence. Lawrence looking to size up. Takes on Victor Law. Lawrence takes a tough one. Doesn't get it. The rebound by Law. Now, Jets will try to push. Togashi coming off the right screen. Steps back. Three-pointer. Doesn't get it. It's going to go out of bounds, but that will be possession back to the Seahorses. Mr. Drift, in regards to B.LEAGUE, I agree with you. That man there, Yuki Togashi, is the Japanese point guard. You heard it. Well, another key thing you should know about Yuki Togashi, if you go back to 2017 FIBA Asia Cup in Lebanon, he made a 360 layup. There's the penetration now in the lane. Goes in. Too easy. Beautiful by Ryogo Sumino. But that's much better from the Seahorses. They got to find those gaps. They got to stop relying on the perimeter shots. There's a kick out by Christopher Smith. Good ball movement. Shoot to Hara. 3 in the corner. Well, Hara just turned down the temperature with that air ball. And I think he may have turned on the AC, but, you know, he's usually a very reliable three-point shooter. But in that case, good close down defenses. Now, John Mooney comes back into the game. Well, Takuma Sato, another national team member. Evelina Ta, welcome, currently from Indonesia. Welcome to the YouTube stream. 10 on the shot clock now. Togashi coming off the screen. Hesitation, goes baseline. Looking for the kick out. There's a floater way off the map, but another offensive rebound. Edwards finds Togashi. 3, corner. Can't get it. But finally, the Seahorses are able to secure a rebound. Well, the Seahorses can tie the game up with a 3-point. They can cut it down to a 1-point ball game. Tries to curl the screen, hangs in the air, goes off the backboard. Ryogo Sumino is going to retire from pro basketball, and he's becoming a banker because he loves to use the backboard. As now the Chiba Jets call timeout with 1:58 to go. Well, Matt on live yesterday, we had around that same number when San and Neo Phoenix. I mean, look at the penetration now. Sumino, the banker. That was the previous play. But watch him curl the screen and go on the right. But look how he hangs in the air against Takuma Sato. Well, banker Sumino, give the deposits. Well, sorry, Matt on live. As I was saying, we had similar numbers yesterday. I mean, average B.LEAGUE videos here on YouTube, they get about between 5,000 and 10,000 views. I mean, it's a very popular league. The B.LEAGUE is one of the fastest growing professional leagues here in the international game. You're seeing former EuroLeague, NBA talents, and some of the best players in Asia come to play here in the B.LEAGUE. Well, we're under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Chiba Jets leading by 1 point. Sagashi will bring the ball up, but we have a foul off the ball, I believe. This is a costly error here for the Chiba Jets. And that's going to be possession back to the Seahorses, and they will have the chance to retake the lead. We're looking for a handoff now. There's a three. It's up. No good. That's a good number. Yeah, I believe. Matt Alive, you're absolutely right. Good hands. Saves it. And now they can push this one. They got numbers. But he's going to try and lay this one up. Goes in. He gives the Seahorses a 1 point lead. While Banka Sumino will pop Colgate. You're absolutely right. But it could be the fatigue. When you're on an 8-game winning streak, you can see in the warm-up some of the players, maybe there's some little nagging injuries as Moody goes down the lane. Moody goes up. No foul called. Turns it over. You're absolutely right, though. The best team here in the B-League at 22-4. They should be able to close this game out in the road, but it all depends. The energy, how well the Seahorses play. Backdoor play goes up. Another kick out. One more pass. Gotta make it. Three. Doesn't get it. But that's a good build-up there. Penetration, kick out. One more pass. You gotta love how the Seahorses are moving the rock. Sagashi, quick three-pointer. I'm not sure that was a great shot, but an offensive rebound. Well, again, another steal. Good hands by Devontae Gardner. A costly turnovers coming from the Chiba Jets. There's now Lawrence cross-court pass. And it doesn't turn over. They keep it alive. We're under 10 of the shot clock now here for the Seahorses. Well, they have a 1 point lead. Goes in. Are you serious? The finger roll. And who else? Well, Watashi no nemae Ryogo Sumino-san. Well, Sumino looking like the Japanese Iceman out there with the finger roll. This guy has come ready to play. I mean, look at the move here. Goes in. That's George Gervin in a Seahorses MIKAWA jersey. The infamous Iceman who played for the San Antonio Spurs. And he kissed it off the backboard. Ayasu Minasai. Good night. Well, some shout-outs here. Pop Colgate, where are you watching right now? You made a very good point. Well, welcome, Yonatan Randy Limatada, watching from Dadi, Indonesia. Terima kasih for the shout-out, of course. Well, I got to tell you, Ryogo Sumino, this guy, as we like to call him in Japanese, we say, Kare wa sugoi. He just knows how to come ready to play. Well, tries to take in the lane now. Goes in with a little floater. Doesn't get it. They get another offensive rebound. That's the one thing that's been keeping them in this game. We have got the end of the first half now. You can see it's been a total back and forth at the moment. But Chiba Jets hanging in there. Seahorses maybe believing in themselves, but they've got to come out here in the second half and do it again. Well, before we break up for the halftime, because we're going to have about 15 minutes, let us know where you're watching, which team you're supporting, and who is your favorite player here in the B-League. Now, also another chance, basketball fans watching on the live stream, make sure you follow B-League, subscribe on YouTube, give a follow to the B-League on Twitter, Instagram, as well as Facebook. Get all the best B-League action. But at the moment, it's a 1 point lead to the Seahorses of MIKAWA. Well, on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, go get a drink, go get something to eat, but don't go anywhere too long, as we will be back in just over 15 minutes for the second half of this B-League game here. As we mentioned, Seahorses MIKAWA leading this one 38-37 against the best team here in the B-League, Chiba Jets. Well, welcome back, basketball fans, to the second half of this B-League fixture between our hosts, the Seahorses MIKAWA, and the best team in the B-League, CHIBA Jets. It's currently a 1-point lead here to the hosts, the visitors. They can see only one three-pointer, but 4 for 13 from downtown for the Seahorses. Well, while we come back to the game, of course, you can look at the stats. The rebounds has been a very big difference in this one. 23 rebounds, only 3 offensive for the Seahorses out there, 14, but 11 offensive rebounds for the Jets. And that's the kind of stat that tells me that's why they're the best team in the B-League. I mean, look, you got Gavin Edwards, Nate Mooney, but even players such as Victor Law going for those second chances really have caused a lot of problems here so far in this game for the Seahorses. Well, some shout-outs now. Welcome to Miss 1282. Thank you for the kind comment. Well, I'd love to call a game with you too one day, my friend. And Liam Lapu86, Brandon Giuato fan. Well, where are you watching right now? Let us know. Give us a shout-out to where you are watching the game, what your name is, and we will give you the shout-out. Well, right now for the Seahorses, they got to keep trying to maintain the pressure going for the perimeter. They got to keep shooting well from downtown, but it's easier said than done when you go up against the best team here in the B-League. Well, that being the CHIBA Jets, that is. Well, the Jets have to, just keep trying to battle back patiently. No need to push the alarm button to panic, of course. Just try and play their style of basketball. But when you've got Yuki Togashi to worry about on the defense, it does become a lot of problems. But quiet game so far for Nate Mooney. Well, I say that he does have 12 points. He's a lead scorer, but, this man's renowned for dropping 30s and 40s in his career. But Gavin Edwards as well, Lama Togashi. I mean, that is a deadly, deadly lineup. Christopher Smith, one of the best here in the B-League. Maurice Shelton from Kawasaki, welcome, my friend. Hope you're well. Well, there's Yudai Nishida now. He made his debut for the Japanese national team at the FIBA World Cup qualifiers in the doubleheader against China. That was this time last year. Well, I said that was 2021 going into 22, but, he's got to have some confidence. He's got to try and get some more good looks from the perimeter. And he cannot afford to pick up any more silly fouls. Well, they're going to go again with Satoshi Nagano in the backcourt along with Yudai Nishida. A relatively quiet first half there from number 31, Shuta Hara, another player who plays for Akatsuki's 5, the Japanese national team. Well, he's got to make sure he keeps on pushing the pressure. Well, the Jets now trailing by 1 point. They will have the first possession. Travis Hang, I got to agree with you. Yudai, when he's getting the perimeter shots going, he's one of the best players, but at the moment, he's got to have confidence. He's got to keep shooting the rock. Well, Law kicks us out to Edwards. Edwards, he can make these three-pointers. He takes it, doesn't get it. Nishida with a rebound. Seahorses MIKAWA, they got to ride the storm here. They got to keep on the pressure. Well, they are struggling this season at the moment. Finding Nishida here, got it. Well, a bit of time and space now. Has a switch on defense. This time by Shuta Hara. He's got to get a shot off now. 1 second. Hail Mary off the backboard. Well, Avi Shaffer battling for the offensive rebound, but somebody else has got to help him there. I mean, they only have 3 offensive rebounds in the game so far. 11 for the CHIBA Jets. And that could be a key stat. Goes baseline. Law goes up. Doesn't get the M1. But Victor will go to the free throw line. The foul is on Brandon Giuato, the Indonesian international. Now, the reason that happens is Brandon Giuato, he overcommits. When you're defending a player like Victor Law, you've got to give a little bit of space between him and yourself. Brandon's right up in his face. Victor Law's going to go right by him all day. Now, Brandon Giuato is a good defender, but he's got to use basketball IQ there. You got to defend him to the extent that you give him a little bit of room and he tries to shoot it. You can contest it, put a hand up. But also that you can react so when he tries to go by you, you have enough space. But, again, these are costly errors. Well, Victor Law missing the second free throw. Tie game here at 38 apiece. Well, goes in a little floater and just kisses that one off the backboard. Well, again, nice little play there. There's the penetration. That is Togashi time. Simply unstoppable. Well, Satoshi Nagano down the other end. Put the moves on Togashi. Togashi said, hold on. I'm the best PG here in the B-League. Well, get a spin out move. Well, gets away with a travel maybe. But Devontae Gardner. Well, Travis Hand, that's what it's all about. Getting the influences players some fans gravitate to. Yudai Nishida, one hell of a shooter. As is Shuta Hara, but at the moment hasn't been able to get these going. Victor Law goes baseline. Finds Nate Moody with a jump shot. Can't get it. The Seahorses able to secure the loose ball now. Leading by 2 points. Trying to put on more pressure against the Chiba Jets, the champions of 2021. And there's a kick out. Well, why not? Shaffer, 3, takes it, doesn't get it. But that's a problem I've got there, is that nobody goes in for an offensive rebound. Togashi all the way. Kicks out. Hara in the corner. Good closeout by Yudai Nishida. Doesn't give him any time or space to take the three-pointer. And now we're under 10 of the shot clock. Law goes baseline. Well, sorry, goes down the middle. Step back, mid-range. Takes it. That is simply automatic-san. Mr. Automatic. Well, miss 1282. I got to agree with you. Definitely gets away with a few extra steps in that one. In the lane now. Finds good ball movement here from the Seahorses. 7 now. Nishida's got to get something going. Nishida turns it over. Good defense by Gavin Edwards. And now Law alley. Oh! Baby! Well, Mooney says, arigato gozaimasu. Dozo. Yoroshiku. Nice to meet you. Well, Shaffer misses last, so he takes another one. And the young man who grew up in Tokyo, going to international school, started as a swimmer, and thank God he became a basketball player. Well, Togashi goes in with a little floater, puts a little bit of icing on the cake. Well, Togashi with the steal, and now taking this game over. They got numbers, 3-on-1. Law, beautiful pass. Hara fakes it, gets the and one, and he will go to the free throw line for a three-point play. The foul is on Devontae Gardner. Poor transition defense from the Mikawa Seahorses. Well, that's just a beautiful, looks like the 11-man fast break drill. Oh, you gotta love those oops, man. You gotta love the lobs. You gotta love the alley-oops. Well, miss 1282. I gotta believe it. I gotta agree with you. The Butterfingers, you got to take care of the rock. But again, when you're up against Yuki Togashi, he's just simply one of the best defenders in the game. Shuta Hara makes the three-point play. Well, Seahorses now trailing by 4 points. Jets trying to ride the storm. Again, 8 victories in a row now for Chiba. 22-4 in the B-League. Well, beautiful play by Devontae Gardner. Went in with a little floater and just gave it a little kiss off the backboard. Cuts it down to a one-possession game. Jets trying to patiently build up their offense here. Don't need to rush anything. All right, now finding Edwards. Pick and pop, mid-range. And again, one more time. We got 2 Mr. Automatics. Gavin Edwards featuring at the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. 4, Katsuki's 5. %, agree with you on that one. They must regain their composure. They got to be cool. Nishida now, 3, corner, takes it. But again, another problem I've got with the Seahorse Mikawa, nobody goes in for an offensive rebound. You need more than one player. It just can't be one. Brandon Giwato tried that time. Well, Devontae Swang, I like that one. I like that. Well, I think that comes off of Yuki Togashi, actually. Well, Mr. Drift, I didn't see that. You idolize Yuki Togashi. I got to tell you, I idolize Yuki Togashi as well when I first saw him play at the 2017 FIBA Asia Cup. But coming into the game is Anthony Lawrence. I like that one. Triple G Edwards. Triple G, I like that. Mid-range now. Trying to break this one down a little middle, kicks this out. Well, Mooney doesn't take many three-pointers, but again, another offensive rebound for the Jets. Jets now trying to go back in again. Victor Law, unstoppable. That is simply too much to handle for the Seahorses MIKAWA defense. Well, Nishida now running off a few screens. Trying to go down the middle now, looking for options. Good ball in there for the Seahorses. Again, they're into the shot clock again. They got to get something going. The floater's up, and the floater's no good. There's no presence in and around the basket. It's a little bit too much hero basketball. No spacing. Togashi, three-pointer, pulls up, and he's fouled in the process. And that's going to be 3 free throws for Yuki Togashi. I think the foul is going to be called against Anthony Lawrence. Well, what is he thinking? I mean, it's just... Anthony Lawrence is a great player. Defensively, he's a phenomenal player. But again, you can't be jumping out and landing on players when they shoot three-pointers, especially not Yuki Togashi. I like that one. Victor Judge Dreadlaw. I like that. That's good. Essentially, my wife and me were watching Chicago PD, Blue Bloods, and FBI. We should call him Special Agent Victor. But I like that one. Victor Judge Dreadlaw is good. That's a really good one. Well, Yuki makes both free throws now. 8-point ball game. Chiba's been able to turn this game right around. Nishida now using the ball screen. Kicks out to Abby Schaffer. Schaffer now caught dribbling the travel. They turn it over yet again. And this is the way the game looks like it's going. Seahorse MIKAWA losing their identity, losing their confidence. Succumbing, choking under intense pressure here from the Chiba Jets. Togashi now, beautiful pass in the basket, tries a reverse layup, but a wing denial goes out of bounds off Masashi Hosoya. Well, we got a foul off the ball. They're going to call this one against... That's going to be called against Anthony Lawrence. Let's have a look at Lawrence here. The switch on defense. He's got to pick up Gavin Edwards. I don't know on that one, you know. I mean, it looks like to me he's switched on defense. And is there a little bit of a hold? Yeah, but does it justify a foul? Well, Cedric Simmons now is going to come in. And this may be a better defensive matchup here for the Bigs. Because now they got 2 post players. Well, now they got Devontae Gardner and Simmons. Togashi pick a pop with Edwards. Edwards can make 3-pointers. There he can. And I've seen him do it for Katsuki's 5. Well, dealing with the full court pressure. Devontae Gardner throwing him right into the VIP section. That is how strong Devontae Gardner is. Well, I got to give a shout out to Maurice Shelton. Well, if you look in the group chat, Maurice Shelton making some good nicknames here. Maurice, I know you've just mentioned it was you, but now I've just figured out Miss 1282. Well, shout out to Maurice Shelton. Link up with him on LinkedIn. Future B.LEAGUE commentator. Well, Devontae Gardner makes the first free throw. Well, Devontae Gardner played his university basketball at Marquette, leaving in 2014. Well, he started his pro career in France with Pierre Toulon Basket before going to play for the Nishinomiya Storks back in 2015, where he's been in Japan ever since. He's definitely loving life here in the B.LEAGUE. 9-point lead here to Chiba. Victor Law now mid-range, and again sinks it. Automatic sand. Simply like a machine there for the mid-range. Well, as Maurice Shelton said there in the group chat, Seahorse Mikawa, they need to keep their composure. Three-pointer, corner, wide open, gotta make it, and he does just that. Well, I think they heard you, Maurice. I think they heard about the composure, penetration, kick out, high percentage look in the corner. Well, good basketball now here from both these two teams, but Chiba Jets with the 8-point lead. Well, there's a pick and pop now. Edwards made his last three, doesn't get this one. Well, I think we're going to have a foul here. I don't think they're going to call this against Taichi Nakamura, I believe. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, it's the right call because Taichi Nakamura is coming from behind and just giving a little bit of a shot there to Christopher Smith. So, but the problem is a costly foul because now Smith's going to go to the free throw line because Seahorse and Mikawa have used up all the fouls. 2:19 to go here in the third quarter. Chiba leading by 8 now. Can put this back to a double-digit lead. Smith making the first free throw. Makes them both now. 10-point lead again to the Jets. Well, there's the penetration now. Gardner getting a handoff. Finding Masashi Hosoya. Seahorse now. Masashi Hosoya made his last three. Again, doesn't get this one. Simmons battling for an offensive rebound. Can't get it. Well, Kosuke Hashimoto's also in the game now. Well, that's going to go out of bounds, but that's going to be Seahorse's ball. Well, Chiba Jets have done their defensive game plan very well. Pro Kato. Well, I'm actually... So my basketball background's very, very strange. I'm from London, United Kingdom. I'm the son of Mick Bett, two-time British Basketball League Coach of the Year. He coached against Chris Finch and Nick Nurse, who are NBA coaches here in the BBL. I played national team as a youth, Division III, NCAA, and JUCO, but injuries, I quit playing. But I've grown up around basketball. I'm a big fan of European basketball. So, played a little bit. I wouldn't say I was great. I could do a left-handed layup, but there's another three. Three is, oh my goodness gracious. Give this man some credit. Well, that's a big-time three-pointer. Cutting it down to a 7-point ball game. Well, Pickle Plays needs a 12-point Jets win. We'll find out, of course. Seahorse Mikawa now. Last three-pointer coming from Satoshi Nagano. But now, Togashi here. 5 on the shot clock. Got to get something going. Togashi, floater, puts it up, and he will not be denied. Yuki, as they would say in Japan, Ima Nanji. Nanji desu ka? Well, it is Togashi time. That's how he takes over the game now. Just punishes any defender, makes those penetrations. And now we got a foul in the full court here against Takuma Sato, his national team teammate. Well, Cedric Simmons now setting a high pick. Kicking this one out to Hashimoto. Well, Seahorses now with Taichi Nakamura. We're under 10 on the shot clock. Here comes another bull screen. Nakamura, penetration. Finds Simmons, pump fakes. Has to take it, force it. Doesn't get it. What's the movement? I mean, after Simmons sets that bull screen, he's got to go straight to the bucket, but we got an offensive foul called. Well, Togashi just plays at a different speed, of course. I mean, if you're going to set bull screens, you got to be ready. That is tough. I think it's the right call. It definitely is. But the screen is just set a split second too late by Gaku Arao. But going back to Seahorse's Mikawa offense, if you're going to run bull screens, you got to go to the bucket after you set that bull screen. If you're going to play pick and pop, you got to go to the three-pointer. But if you're going to set a bull screen, go straight to the basket. Even if you don't get the ball off the roll, you just make a lot of space for the dribbler. Maurice, man, thank you very much. Shout out. I will get back to you on LinkedIn after this game. I've just seen your inbox. I've been about 100 unread messages. Well, last shot of the third quarter. Satoshi Nagano now, guarded by Yuki Togashi. Ball screen coming from Devontae Gardner. Gardner sets it. Nagano pulls up. Three. Can he get off the backboard? Arigato gozaimasu. Well, Nagano-san has a big-time three-pointer, cutting it down to a 6-point ball game. And all of a sudden, Seahorses Mikawa trying to stay in this one. Well, that kind of three-pointer, you might have a Hosamaki roll, and you say that is oishi desu ne. Well, chance for some shout-outs now. Let us know where you're watching. Maurice Shelton, currently watching in Kawasaki. Pro Kata, where are you watching, my friend? Pickle Plays wants a Jets win by 12. We have one more quarter to go. Jets leading by 6 points. Well, we got to give the MVP award to Maurice Shelton. Maurice Shelton is very creative, and I think he's going to make a great commentator. Devontae Swang, Gavin Gatling Gun Edwards, I like that, Triple G. Victor Judge Dreadlaw, and Sugoku Automatic, I like that. Well, these are all coming from Maurice Shelton. I like the creativity here. Nagano cold as ice. Togashi. Well, Leon Albert Cruz, why not? I mean, look, when you look at the records between these two teams, Chiba are the best team in the B-League, of course. 8 wins in a row. They're 22-4. Well, Anthony Lawrence picked up 2 costly fouls in the third quarter, so they had to take him out of the game. Well, Apex, that's a good question. I do not know that question. That's something you have to ask the agents. Togashi with the floater. That's oishi desu ne. That's like a little bit of natto for breakfast. You got to like that one. But look at the three-point here. End of the third quarter. The Bank of Nagano. It's open. I like that. Cooler than a polar bear's toenails. Maurice, you are cracking me up. These are brilliant. These are absolutely fantastic. They're good. Well, looking at the records, as we mentioned, a lot of people have been asking so far. Seahorses Mikawa are 10-6 in the Central Division. That division is topped by the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Maurice, that's where you are currently based. While Chiba Jets, top of the East, 22-4, followed by Alvak Tokyo. The Hiroshima Dragonflies, they played yesterday. They won against San and Neo Phoenix. And they remain top of the West. Well, here we go now. Nagano trying to find Devontae Gardner, and the foul is going to be called on the ground. That's going to be against Gavin Edwards. Oh, Gary York, I like that question. Orlando Magic, Tracy McGrady, all day long. Well, Seahorses trailing by 6 points. Devontae Gardner got it by Mooney. Gardner goes in, gets rejected. Good defense. The foul committed at half court by Satoshi Nagano. Well, Jets leading by 6 points here. 1 quarter to go. They can take their streak to 9 in a row if they win this one. They're coming off the back of 2 victories against San and Neo Phoenix. Convincing victories for that matter. More now, throwing this one down to Mooney. Mooney kicks out. Shutahara wide open. Takes it. Doesn't get it, but another offensive rebound. Well, this is where Chiba has punished Seahorses in the lane. As Edwards gets fouled by Gardner, he will go to the free throw line. Maurice Shelton, Duitashi Mashite. Watashi no Tomodachi. Well, 2 free throws now coming up for Gavin Edwards. Well, Gavin Edwards, originally from Gilbert, Arizona, went to the University of Connecticut. Started his pro career in Korea with Anyang KGC. Briefly played in Ukraine, Greece. And she played for the Seahorses MIKAWA from 2013 to 2017. In the lane now, beautifully done. A good response there, cutting it back down to a 6-point ball game. Transition point, something MIKAWA needs. Under 9 minutes now, Law kicks out to Mooney. Mooney down the middle. I think they're going to call a foul on the ground again. Well, that's tough because Anthony Lawrence, the thing is, he gets the closeout, the quick first step there from Mooney. Once you get beat on that first step, anytime you try to reach, that is where you're going to get a foul called. And I got to agree with the official. That's a good call. Hot it now, looking to kick this one out, getting another hand. Well, no handoff, but back to Togashi. Quick 3-pointer, takes it, ices that one. Togashi-san. Well, Togashi with a big-time 3-pointer. Well, we got a timeout. Matt R Live says, come on, Chiba. Patriotic front. Used to be a Rockets fan. Now he's a Kings fan. Well, Maurice Shelton likes the Atlanta Hawks. Well, who wouldn't like Trae Young? That guy is cash money, but now it's about the B-League. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us know where you are watching right now. Matt R Live currently watching in Canada. He's already gone to Tim Hortons. Double-double. Farmhouse wrap. Timbits. Gotta love that Canadian life. Well, again, this is penetration by Shutahara. But look at Togashi running around, gets a handoff, one dribble, pulls up for that one. And that's what Japan needs this summer at the 2023 FIBA World Cup. Look at the elevation as he jumps on the jump shot. I mean, that's from the perimeter. You notice the difference. A lot of top coaches say that good shooters are able to shoot jump shots from the three-point line as they are from the mid-range. A lot of players, they shoot set shots when they get from the perimeter. But not Togashi. This guy, he elevates. Well, penetration in the lane. Again, he missed a layup. But they get an offensive rebound. Seahorses now trailing by 9. They try a 3. 3 is up. Again, no good. And again, only one player going for an offensive rebound. Law now down the middle, goes in. Sweet little fang roll. George Gervin in a Chiba Jets jersey. Well, Pro Cats are watching from the USA. And Quadruple Zero watching from Sydney. Well, Devontae Gardner tries to force his way and gets his own rebound. And the AM1, Gardner just didn't give up on it. Well, patriotic front, Merhabar, Nabe Nasılsın arkadaşım. Pinarka Şiyaka seviyorum. Turk basketball seviyorum. Cough, 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 as they would say. Well, 2 free throws now coming from Devontae Gardner, the former Marquette University player. As I mentioned, started his pro career in France. And now loving life here in Japan. Cutting it down now to an 8-point ball game. Well, Law now coming off one screen, kicking this one out here to shoot the Hara. Mooney with the post up now, finding the mismatch here, trying to go to work. Baseline goes in. Good defense by Gardner. Well, Seahorses trailing by 8 now. They can cut this down. 6 with a 2, 5 with a 3-pointer maybe. Going off the screen now, finding Gardner. He's got to go to work now. Bumps, goes in, but he missed a layup. But who else goes in for an offensive rebound? I mean, it can't just be Devontae Gardner. Well, Law kicks out. Hara, 3, corner. Ichi, ni, san, kudasai, Hara-san. We'll shoot the Hara. Played phenomenally for the Chiba Jets in the 2021 B-League Finals where they beat Utsunami of Brex. Gardner goes up. Gardner, simply unstoppable. Looking like Baby Shaq there. In the lane now, Gavin Edwards tries to go up, but it doesn't get it. Well, Patriotic Front, I'm watching Pinar Kashiaka today. I'm always watching Karşıyaka, Gaziantep, and Galatasaray. You gotta love him. Well, Patriotic Front, I was at the Eurobasket this summer with the Turkish national team, so I got to hang out with Mehmet Okur every night at the hotel. Well, there's a kick out now. Jets leading by 9 points. Hada made his last three-pointer. Takes another one. Deep one. Doesn't get it. Edwards, another offense. Wow. I'm not too sure about that one. I mean, that's all about positioning. Maybe by the lore of the book. The foul is cool, but, you know, Gavin Edwards, what does he do right there? Offensive rebound. Now watch, he just throws himself at it. Well, maybe it's the reach, so I take that back, of course. Ryogo Sumino. Yeah, that's right. Sumino with the reach. That's what caused the foul. Well, former University of Connecticut Husky and former Mikawa Seahorse player. These fans remember Gavin Edwards. 4 seasons he was here. Missed the second free throw. Well, you got to say that's going to be Chiba Jets ball, but they do just that. A great hustle by the Seahorses. Now they got to push this one. Time is running out. Trailing by 10. For them, it's about getting good looks. There's another three. 3 is up. No good. And only Sumino going for an offensive rebound. 4 Jets crash the boards. Well, sure, that's got to be an illegal screen, but Tagashi wide open. Arigato and ayasu minasai. Whoa. Maurice Shelton, you may have called it. Yuki Togashi is the Japanese Stephen Curry, the B-League point guard. This guy has come ready to play. Well, that's a good screen by Gavin Edwards. No movement there. But Nihonjin Stephen Curry's come ready to play. Well, Patriotic Front, I have met Eryan Ataman. Very nice man. And a very good basketball coach for that matter, too. One of the best in the world. Well, Stephen Curry at the moment is just on fire. This guy, all the confidence. Well, time is running out for the Seahorse Mikawa. Jason Craig, Dwight Howard is not playing in the B-League. He's playing in the P-League, which is in Taiwan. I haven't been able to catch many of his games, so I'm not quite sure where he's playing at the moment, but he's not in the B-League at the moment. Yeah, as Maurice Shelton just told you, he's playing in Taiwan. The Seahorses Mikawa just avoiding a 5-second violation, but now trailing by 13 points. Biggest lead of the game now for the Jets. Trying a quick 3. 3 is up, and again, nobody going for an offensive rebound. That's been the story of the game. So Taiyuan Leopards, yeah, it's just north of Taipei. Tagashi now running rings. The foul is going to be called. That's a lost team foul. Well, no more fouls to give. Well, that's definitely the right call. Satoshi Nagano kind of just pushes him out with his right arm. So, oh, sorry, that's a 15 foul. I thought that was a 4th one. So, again, another costly foul. Makes them both 15-point lead here for the Jets. Well, at the moment, the movement here from the Seahorses kind of says it all right now. Very lackadaisical. Good pressure from the Jets. Well, he had the ball up. Devontae Gardner now hesitates, goes in, forces his way. Beautiful with a forced-through Euro step. And Devontae Gardner continuing to battle back there. And he needs his teammates to step in and up and around him. Victor Lord now kicking this one out. Edwards made 1-3. Make that 2 for 4. Gavin Edwards, Husky-like, against his former team. 16-point lead to the Jets. Penetration now. There's a kick out. They try another 3. 3 is up. No good. As now Law comes. They got numbers. Law all the way. Are you serious? He missed it. Edwards rebounds. Doesn't get the and one, but he'll go to the free throw line. And at the moment, Chiba Jets are just running wild here. The foul is on Kosuke Hashimoto. Well, look, 3 Seahorse players. Nobody came up with a rebound. Gavin Edwards. Well, Chiba's hungry. Chiba's the best team in the B-League. They're hungry to win this game. That's as simple as that. They're not taking any prisoners, but they're going to call timeout because at the moment, no identity. And they got to match that hunger. Well, as we finish off the last few minutes in this game, let us know where you're watching. Who are you supporting? At the moment, we got a lot of Chiba Jets fans here in the chat. Well, I'd say it's not impossible, Maurice. They can. You never say never in international basketball, but they're potentially about to go down by 18 points here. And the thing is, there's plenty of time. You just look at the way they're playing. Where's the confidence coming from? Who's the go-to player? Right now, Devontae Gardner is the only offensive threat they've got at the moment. So you got to think with 4:43 to go, comeback, not impossible, but just I don't see anything from the backcourt. Udai Nishida hasn't been able to get these going from the perimeter here tonight. Well, Edwards, again, missing his second free throw like he's done every other journey so far to the charity stripe. So Maurice, Devontae Gardner, deep 3. 3 is up, no good. Gardner with the rebounds. Under the basket, he's got to throw it down easily, tucked away there by Anthony Lawrence. So to answer your question, Maurice, they got to get stops now. There's a quick, easy basket, but well, 4 minutes to go now. Patient play here by Yuki Togashi. Time is on their side, leading by 14. Seahorse Mikawa, no more fouls to give it. Why does he reach? He's going to send him to the free throw line. He's not careful. Well, I think they're lucky, but another offensive rebound given up there. And that has been the story of the night. Well, it goes out of bounds, and I think Seahorse Mikawa, very lucky, number one, not to be sending Yuki Togashi to the free throw line. I think they may have overturned this decision, possibly. They may review this. Well, head coach's challenge is going to happen here. It's what's been done by head coach of the Chiba Jets. Each coach is allowed one of those per game, of course, here in the B-League, as there are many other international leagues. Let's have a look at the replay. There it goes between the legs of Anthony Lawrence. Oh, that's interesting. It's tough to see from that angle. You really want to see a courtside angle. Maurice, you're absolutely right. They need some three-pointers, but then again, they need stops on defense. And if you look at the way that Yuki Togashi was defended, I mean, hands all over him. You commit those fouls, you send them to the free throw line. You got to be disciplined. You got to have the mindset. Don't play defense to come up with a steal. Play defense with a bit of time left to force them into a bad shot or a turnover. Oh, that's come off of Anthony Lawrence. Yeah, that's going to be possession back to the Jets. Good decision by the referees. So 14 on the shot clock here for the Jets. Tagashi now pick and pop here with Law. Law now getting double teamed. He had no space. Hana, three-pointer, takes it, nails it. And that might be good night here in the city of Aichi. And that is simply a dagger to the hearts of the Seahorses. They play well here, but end of third quarter, they start to capitulate. Yuda Nishida kicks out. Lawrence, he'll take a three. Can't get it. Well, Tagashi, who's been phenomenal in this game so far, trying to run rings here. Finding Gavin Edwards. Hada now crossing over, going all the way, draws a foul, and he will go to the free throw line. 2:55 to go here in the game. Well, Shutahara is one of the best shooters here in Japan. Every time he plays for Katsu's 5, you know, he really has great shooting form. Yeah, it's possible, Maurice, but again, you got to think, look at the record where they're in the division. I mean, it's not a winning team, of course. When you're up against the very best in the B-League, you know, it's easy to break it down, but, you know, Chiba Jets, they competed for a championship. Last season, they lost in the playoffs to Utsunami Abrex. Kaitebs winning the battle against Yuki Togashi. We're finding Gardner now. Gardner under the lane gets a foul. He'll go to the free throw line. 2:42 to go. 19-point lead to the Jets. Well, Gardner now making the second free throw, cutting it down to 17 points. Chiba Jets, again, will just try to take the pedal off the stool head and try and not rush anything here. They got to stay healthy. Remember, it's going to be a 9-game winning streak for them. So Gashi, step back, doesn't get it. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be possession back to the Seahorse Mikawa. Just over 2 minutes to go now. Seahorse Mikawa, it's about pride. They got to finish on a strong note. Yudai Nishida. Well, here comes the post-up. Gardner posts up a Hail Mary shot. Almost got it as well, but he will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. Well, it's interesting. In the last 15 games, let me double check that as well. So, excuse me, in the last 16 games, Chiba Jets have only lost once. It was a 2-point loss to the Shimane Suzano Magic. That is incredible. They've only got 4 losses. They might be the 1996 Chicago Bulls of the B-League, I think, at the moment. Alley. Oh, my goodness! Gavin Edwards, are you serious? Out of nowhere. We're taking a vacation, and we're flying Gavin Edwards Airlines. Well, there's a turnaround off the backboard. Doesn't get it. And Gavin Edwards with the alley-oop. I mean, this team is phenomenal. They might be the best team in the B-League. Well, they are the best team, but they might be bringing that championship home. Well, they did it in 2021, knocking out Utsunami of Brex in the final, led by both Gavin Edwards, Seba Saiz, and Yuki Tsugashi. Now they're just having fun. They are having fun out there. Well, Shinzuki Kashiwagi checking into the game here for the Chiba Jets, 41 years of age. Wow. Veteran player. In the lane now, draws a foul. And Devontae Gardner will go back to the free throw line. 1:08 to go. 17-point lead here to the Chiba Jets. I'd say Gardner's quite lucky not to pick up a foul there. He did have arms all over him. Well, the Jets now giving playing time. Faraz Rashid checking into the game here. 25 years of age. Oh, it's good to see a bit of go time here for the bench. A lot of players that may not feature during the regular season due to how great this team is. Well, the rebound secured by Law. Well, turns it over now. Lawrence, what do we have here? Lawrence is going to easily throw that down with a little bit of a smooth move dunk. And now we're under a minute to go here. 14-point lead to the Jets. Jets about to make it 9 in a row. Lawrence gets called for the reach-in. Well, he fouls out of the game. Tough game for Lawrence. Of course, he's such a fantastic player, but, every great player can have a frustrated night. 26 years of age, stands at 201 centimeters. He went to Miami, graduated in 2019, Anthony Lawrence. You gotta remember, also played in the Summer League for the Cleveland Cavaliers. After some time in the NBA G League, came to the SEAHORSES MIKAWA in 2021. So, very well respected professional player for that matter. Well, the SEAHORSES MIKAWA try to dribble this one. They got to keep battling right to the end. It's about pride here, finishing the game off on a strong note. Then they got to reflect afterwards. There's a crossover. Had the look, didn't take it. Goes out of bounds. Now will be their ball with 8 seconds on the shot clock. We got to get something going now. End of the shot clock. 3 is up. 3 is good from Yudai Nishida. But that's what they've needed all game. That's what's been missing. That perimeter threat from him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here in the city of Aichi, in the Mikawa Prefecture, in this B-League basketball game. Chiba Jets, they're going to leave with a victory as they win this one, 95-79. And that is Ayasumi Nasai. Good night, as the Jets remain the best team here in the B-League. They move to 23-4, 9 wins in a row. Like 2021, Chiba want to bring the championship home. They're on a mission. The last 3-pointer coming from Asato Ogawa, 21 years of age. But that's the man of the talk. The Japanese Stephen Curry, the B-League point guard, Yuki Togashi. Well, we thank you for joining us. I'm your commentator, Josh Bett. Shout out to all the fans in the live chat here tonight. Chiba win 9 in a row, 23-4. They remain kings of the B-League. Well, they pay homage, respect to the fans here in Aichi. Still top of the East now. The only team close to them is the Hiroshima Dragonflies at 21-5. Alvak Tokyo at 20-6. And Kawasaki Brave Thunders in the Central Division. They're 16-10. Christelle Siong, thank you so much. Whenever I'm back on the B-League, whenever they need me, I'll see you soon. Catch me on Twitter if you can, at JoshBet1. I'm always talking about international hoops. We're going to show you some stats and some highlights, but the home crowd, this is what I love about B-League basketball. The players stay for the fans. And that's what basketball's all about. It's all about the spectators, all about the fans. They are the real MVPs. They're the ones that make pro basketball matter in the first place. Yuta Nishida paying his homage to the home crowd. Patriotic Front, Teşekkür ederim arkadaşım. Thank you as well, my friend. I want to get some sleep. And then I'm going to watch Pinar Kaşiyaka. Ailesim yeşil, kırmızı, kaf kaf kaf, sin sin sin. Thank you to all the fans here tonight. Thank you, everybody. And here are the coach interviews. Chiba Jets head coach. See what he has to say.
小川ヘッドコーチ代行、まずゲーム1勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
最終的には快勝と言っていいと思うんですが、今日の試合振り返っていかがですか？
そうですね、やっぱり前半の部分で自分たちの求めてるディフェンスができなくて、でなおかつスリーポイントもあまり入らなくてちょっと難しい展開でしたけど、でも3クォーターで、しっかりと自分たちがやるべきことをエクスキューションしてやってくれたので、それがすごく良かったなと思います。
今おっしゃられた通り、前半スリーポイントが15分の1とかなり苦しんだと思いますが、ハーフタイムではこの辺りオフェンスの部分はどのようなことを選手に伝えたんでしょうか？
そうですね、まず、1クォーター、2クォーター途中までのスリーポイントの打ち方が、あまり良くなくて、本当に外でボール回って外からポンポン打つという状態だったのを、2クォーターの途中で修正してしっかりペイントにアタックしてキックしたのを打ち切ろうと。でシュートはやっぱ打ち続けないと入らないので、とやっぱディフェンスですね。ディフェンスがまずレイアップを狙いに行こうというその2点です。
最後に、三河チームのどのあたりを警戒されていたんでしょうか？
明日もあるので全部は言えませんけど、
はい、
やっぱりダバンテ・ガードナー選手のところはすごく強調してました。ただやっぱり22点やられてしまったので、そこをもう一回修正して明日挑みたいなと思います。
はい、ありがとうございました。明日も頑張ってください。
はい、ありがとうございました。
Well, the words there from head coach Chiba Jets. In the first half, they played very hard, but the defense was not so good. But in the second half of this game, they played much better defense and on offense. During halftime, he indicated to his team that we have to play very well in every single possession. And that definitely played out for sure. Yuki Togashi came out like a house on fire. Well, these two teams will meet again tomorrow. Of course, thanking the fans and saying arigato. Well, here is Shutahara. Let's see what he has to say.
今日は手元の資料ですと13ポイント、スリーポイント2本を含む13ポイントといい活躍だったと思うんですが、個人の振り返っていかがですか？
そうですね、個人としてもチームとしても前半はやっぱりシュートが入らなかったりとか相手に簡単にやられてしまって結構苦しんだんですけど、流れが悪い試合でこうやって後半離すことができて本当に良かったです。
今シーズンですね、チームのスリーポイントアテンプトもかなり増えてますし、原選手自身のスリーポイントのアテンプトもかなり、もう昨シーズンを上回ってるんですが、この辺りスリーポイントに関するところは、意識されてますか？
そうですね、僕以外の選手もそうなんですけど、コーチから空いてるなら迷わず打てみたいな、僕たちのシュート力を信じてくれているので、外れていてもどんどん打っていけという指示があるので気持ちよく打ってます。
最後にファンの皆さんに一言お願いします。
そうですね、本当に2位のアルバルクさんが全然負けないので、僕たちも全然負けられないので、引き続きたくさんの応援よろしくお願いします。
はい、ありがとうございました。ゲーム2、明日も頑張ってください。
ありがとうございます。
Well, Shutahara just there. Save for myself and for my team in the first half of the game. We played not so well. But in the second half of the game, they got it back into good condition. And, you know, overall, he felt very good about today's game. And obviously for tomorrow, they're going to have to play very hard. But also thanks all the support of the Chiba Jets fans. And says thank you and see you all tomorrow. Well, here are some of the key highlights from the game, of course. There was a throwdown by Nate Mooney. And, you know, he was relatively good in the first quarter, but went quiet for the rest of the game. National teammate Avi Schaffer played in the Tokyo 21 Olympics. Knocking it from downtown. Well, three-point shooting really did improve a lot here from Chiba Jets. I mean, they just started to light it up. Fumio Nishimura. But that was how the story went in this game. They dominated this game from start to finish. Emphatically just put their name on this one. Did a great job. And there was a penetration by Victor Law. You know, when Tagashi plays like that, the pick and roll play, I mean, Law just threw it down with no regard for the help side defensive feelings. And that was how this game went. Well, Seahorses at times showed some promise in this game, but it just wasn't enough in the end. Well, there was the spin out, of course. Put the work on, but, you know, good move in the end. The alley-oop. Finding Mooney. Grabbing the lob. Well, Moody's a tough player. And that was a transition play. The foul coming from Brandon Juwato. Well, Law's mid-range. Does a little jump hook. That's just sweet as a like. Just tough. And how do you defend that? You have to be one hell of a defender, but Tagashi pick and pop, finding Edwards. Edwards nailing it from downtown. Well, deep three-pointer. You felt like after that shot they were going to try and stay in this game, but again, there wasn't enough perimeter action coming. But Yuki Togashi just is on cloud nine every time. He was the last three-point at the end of the third quarter. The bank was open. Deposit was made. No interest whatsoever. Well, Yuki one more time. Japanese Stephen Curry. Well, there was a play by Devontae Gardner again, just forcing his way right to the bucket. And the former Marquette player. Another kick out to the former UConn player, Gavin Edwards from downtown. And when you're feeling it, you sort of ice it from downtown. But shoot to Hara with a hand in his face. Nothing but net. Cash money. Other games you can watch in the B-League. Game 2s, of course. Some today, some tomorrow. This is B-League Basketball. You can follow all live here on the B-League International YouTube page. Well, the B-League All-Star game coming up next week here. You got the B-League Asia Rising All-Star, the B-League Under-18 All-Star, and the B-League All-Star game. That will be on the 13th of January. Make sure you get your tickets. Get in town. Watch it live here. Good evening, good night, wherever you are. This is B-League Basketball here in the city of Aichi. But for now, it is sayonara.